right, so go ahead and tell me your name.
All right, my name's Tommy Dudley. I've been in the bridge for 7 months. I'm currently in the culinary program. I'm originally from the Bay Area, where I worked at New United Motors for 20 years and Tesla for additional 5 years. I was a supervisor at Tesla. I was married for 18 years with 3 children, and we owned a home. I fell back into drinking, which destroyed my marriage and drove me into depression and ruined my walk with God. And I ended up walking out of Tesla and traveling from Maui to Orlando, Florida to San Diego, just running from myself, I guess, and drinking the whole time. After that, I went and stayed in LaGrange, where I got in touch with an old girlfriend of mine, Jamie, and she told me to come live with her in San Jose, which I did. She was a recovering alcoholic, so I brought my disease there. And she relapsed, and we both just spent a lot of time drinking, and she started missing work, and I wasn't working. So she ended up taking a leave of absence from her job at Kaiser, and she ended up losing her job and eventually losing the apartment. So then all we had was a car, so we traveled from San Jose to Monterey. Why I don't even know why. And we were living out of her car. I was still really depressed, still, hurting from not walking with the Lord, missing my family, a lot of regret, which only increased my drinking to about a half gallon of vodka a day. She was drinking as well. So we kept on relapsing. Of course, we had dreams of getting married and us both working and establishing a life together. I loved her with all my heart, and I wanted to restore my relationship with God, but didn't know how, as long as I was living like that and drinking so much, So we decided to go to the hospital together and get clean. Well, when I was there, someone came and talked to me, one of the nurses or a social worker, and told me a little bit about the bridge. And I had never heard of it before and didn't know what to make of it. But I talked to my girlfriend on the phone, and she was talking about going into a program. So I was open to hearing more about it. So Pastor Mike came to the hospital, and when he showed up, he introduced himself and was telling me a little bit about the program. And I asked my friend Howard, that was there with me at the hospital, if he could go check on my girlfriend, because I hadn't heard from her all day. So he came back and said that something was going on in the room, and about a half hour later, her doctor came back and said she had died. So, of course, I was shocked and in disbelief. And I don't really remember the next couple days. I remember a lot of nurses coming in and talking to me, and I was just really confused what I was going to do. All my dreams were gone, and I was kind of mad at God. That day at night, I was really praying about it, and I talked to my mom, who I'd been estranged to for a few years due to my behavior, and she said, "You should go." And I felt in my heart I should go as well. Enough was enough. I was, really distraught, and I can't even explain the way I was feeling, but I felt like if I was going to find God, then or restore my relationship with God, I need to be in a program that will keep me sober so I can at least have a clear head to do so. And that's when I came into the bridge. I came here. And the first day I walked in, I went into the kitchen, and there was 2 members of the bridge. It was Wade and Sal. And the first thing they did is, they came up, gave me a hug, and asked if they could pray with me, which, was pretty nice. But everybody was so loving. I only had 1 pair of pants at the time. From being homeless, I lost everything. And people were giving me clothes and were just nothing but really caring and loving. But after I gave myself to the program and really started focusing on praying and, for forgiving myself for what I felt, allowing her to die, God gave me peace. And I felt like I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it 100%. I'm going to give my all to Him and serve Him, and utilize everything that Mike and Michelle have for me to do. And that's what I've been doing. So my hope for the future is to stay plugged in with Calvary and stay in fellowship with my brothers at the bridge, and of course with Mike and Michelle, and reestablish my relationship with my children, find gainful employment, and stay in God's will. Whatever door He opens for me, I'm willing to walk through. I'm not sure what that's going to be right now. I'm just taking it day by day.